Let us move on towards our next paragraph from Clayden book. One of the great revolutions of modern life. So modern life means the life which is going on right now in 2025. It is called as modern life. Okay. So one of the great revolutions of modern life has been the expectation that humans will survive diseases because of a specifically designed treatment. Okay. So nowadays medical advancement is going on, and because of medical advances, medical advancement leads to longer life. Okay, it leads to longer life because the diseases which previously could not be cured can now be cured, and also which could not be prevented, they can be prevented nowadays. Okay, so one of the greatest revolutions of modern life has been the expectation that humans will survive diseases. Even after getting the disease, the disease will be cured, and because of a specifically designed treatment that will happen, and that specifically designed treatment will be available because this is modern world, okay. Now in the developed world, what does it mean by in the developed world? In the developed world means in the countries which are developed, not in developing and least developed countries. Okay, for example, India is a developing country, Myanmar is a least developed country, okay, Bangladesh is a least developed country. So it is not talking about developing countries like India and least developed countries like Bangladesh. It is not talking about that. It is talking about the developed world. So what is the example of developed world? Norway, Sweden, Denmark, okay, Finland, USA, Canada, Australia, UK, okay, Ireland. These are the examples of developed world. Okay. So in the developed world, people live to old age. So in Japan also, Japan also comes under developed world. So in such developed countries, people live to old age. So people's the lifespan is very large. Okay, the lifespan is very long in such countries, in developed countries. Okay, because the infections which used to kill can now be cured or kept at bay. Okay, so there is one idiom which has been used over here, keep at bay. Okay, the idiom is keep at bay. What does it mean by keep at bay? Okay, so to keep at bay means to keep something harmful away. Okay, keep at bay means to keep something harmful away and preventing that harmful thing to happen. So this is the meaning of the English idiom keep at bay. Okay, so in the developed world, people are living longer and longer till the old age because infections which used to kill can now be cured or kept at bay. Okay, so infections which used to kill can now be cured or kept at bay. So nowadays, no one gets killed because of infections. Okay, very less people get killed because of infections. Okay, antibiotics are our defense against bacteria. So antibiotics, you already know that they prevent the multiplication of bacteria. Okay, what do antibiotics do? Antibiotics prevent the multiplication of bacteria. They inhibit the growth of bacteria. Okay, so antibiotics are our defense against bacteria, preventing them from multiplying. So antibiotics prevent them from multiplying. I have already told you. Okay, one of the most successful of these is Beecham amoxycillin. Now amoxycillin structure has been given over here. This is the structure of amoxycillin. You must remember this particular structure. This is the structure of amoxycillin. Okay, and it was developed by SmithKline Beecham company. Okay, so the Beecham company, initially the company was Beecham, later on it became SmithKline because it got merged with SmithKline. Okay, so this is the thing. So this is not important. This company name is not important. Okay, and beta-lactam, it contains a beta-lactam unit. Okay, so beta-lactam, what is the structure of beta-lactam? You can have a look. This is the structure of beta-lactam. This is the structure of beta-lactam. This compound's name is what? This compound's name is beta-lactam. Okay, this compound's name is beta-lactam. Okay, this is the name of this particular compound. You must remember this particular. This is very important thing. Beta-lactam structure you must remember. From here, this is the important fact. Okay, and it is used in antibiotic treatment of bacterial infections. This beta-lactam is over here. Okay, this unit is beta-lactam unit. So amoxicillin contains beta-lactam unit. Okay, amoxicillin contains beta-lactam unit. Okay, and it is an antibiotic which is used for the treatment of bacterial infections. For treatment of bacterial infections, it is used. Obviously, it is antibiotic, so it will be used in the treatment of bacterial infections. It is quite an obvious fact. Okay, now it was developed by SmithKline. This is the fact you need not remember, which was developed by SmithKline. Okay, the four-membered ring at the heart of the molecule is the beta-lactam. Okay, so the four-member ring, you can see, have a look over here, Okay, just have a look over here. This is the beta-lactam ring which is present. Okay, unit, beta-lactam unit rather we can say. Okay, so at the heart of the molecule, the four-membered ring is beta-lactam, which targets the disease-causing bacteria. And this beta-lactam ring is the ring which targets the disease-causing bacteria. Okay, so if you learn the biochemistry regarding this, you will come to know how it inhibits the growth of bacteria and how it kills the bacteria, how it kills the disease-causing bacteria. This is a field of biochemistry, but biochemistry we need not study. Biochemistry we need not know the biochemistry how bacteria are killed. Okay. Medicinal chemists also protect us from the insidious threat. What does it mean by insidious? Insidious. Okay. So insidious simply means that the things which cause damage in the long run, slow damage. Okay. Insidious threat. What does it mean by insidious threat? Slow and steady, which is not visible, very slow. Okay. Not very subtle. Okay. Not very subtle. Okay, not very subtle, very slow. That is called as insidious threat. Okay, so insidious threat of viruses. Some viruses directly attack the body, but some of the viruses may feel as if they are not causing any harm, but later on they can cause the harm. So such viruses are called as insidious viruses. Okay, which use body's own biochemistry to replicate. For example, HIV virus. Okay, HIV virus is a kind of virus which uses the body's own biochemistry to replicate. One common example is HIV virus. Okay, it uses the body's biochemistry to replicate. Okay, Tamiflu. Now, what is the structure of Tamiflu? Tamiflu structure you can have a look over here. Okay, this is Tamiflu, and its name is oseltamivir. Okay, oseltamivir. Tamiflu or oseltamivir. Okay, by whom it was invented, that is not important, but I am reading out. Invented by Gilead Sciences, and marketed by Roche and invented by Gilead Sciences. This is the Tamiflu. Okay, and its chemical name is oseltamivir. Okay, oseltamivir is the chemical name. Okay, so Tamiflu, it is used in the treatment of influenza. Okay, flu means influenza. So Tamiflu is a line of defense against the ever-present danger of a flu epidemic. So in the past, in the very distant past, around 50, 60, 70 years ago, okay, 70 years ago or so, what was the situation? Many people used to get killed because of epidemic. Epidemics were very common in that particular time period, 70 years ago, 80 years ago, okay, or 50, 60 years ago, 40 years ago. Epidemics were very common thing which used to happen every now and then. Okay, so but because of the invention of drugs such as Tamiflu, it prevents the danger of a flu epidemic. Okay, and it acts as a line of defense. Line of defense means it can cure also. It can cure flu, and it can also prevent flu. Okay, flu spelling is FLU. Okay, I accidentally wrote extra E over there. Don't mind it. Cure flu. Okay, FLU, flu. So it is a line of defense against the ever-present danger of a flu epidemic. And what kind of flu? Influenza. Okay, it is not given over here, but it's not used for general flu. It's used for influenza flu. Okay, influenza flu. So influenza epidemic is the thing which is prevented by Tamiflu. It is used as a line of defense against that particular epidemic. While ritonivir, okay, what is ritonivir? Ritonivir is this particular compound. This large compound is ritonivir. Okay, ritonavir. Over here it is written ritonivir, but it is actually ritonavir. Okay, or it is also called as Norvir. So it is Abbott's protease inhibitor treatment. Okay, for HIV/AIDS. It is used for the treatment of HIV/AIDS. Okay, It is Abbott's protease inhibitor. Okay. So this is the mechanism by which it prevents the HIV/AIDS. Not very important. Okay. So Abbott's protease inhibitor is it is talking about the mechanism by which this ritonivir prevents HIV from replicating and how it prevents AIDS. Okay. In the next lecture, I will tell you regarding this Abbott's protease inhibitor. What is this Abbott's protease inhibitor? I am going to tell you in the next lecture. Okay. So while ritonivir is one of the most advanced drugs designed to prevent replication of HIV, already told to you right now, okay, and to slow down or prevent the onset of AIDS. So either you can prevent AIDS or you can slow down the onset of AIDS. Okay. AIDS means, what is the full form of AIDS? You already know, acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. Acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. Okay, so this is the full form of AIDS. I am going to tell you the meaning of this Abbott's protease inhibitor. Okay, Abbott's protease inhibitor. This particular things meaning I am going to tell you in the next class. Don't worry. This is how beta-lactam looks like. Okay, so thank you very much.